Yo, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another Midwest Madness video. Today, we're gonna go sit in the soybeans and see if we can get our eyes on some deer. It is the end of July 29th. It's about that time, folks. Counting down the days until bow season opens up here in Kentucky. So today the mission is hike back on the farm, see if we can nestle into some soybeans, put our eyes on a shooter buck for this year. We're gonna walk out here right now. Hopefully we see something, and yeah, we'll just keep you guys updated as I go here. So today I have my handy dandy bucket from Cabela's. You already know I got the Rocky boots on. I'm rocking with the Sony FX3 today and the Sony A7 Mark III. I've got that in the backpack. Got a 70 to 300 millimeter lens on that bad boy. And we got this tripod right here from Mac Trim, something like that. I don't really know. But I really have no plan. The only plan is to try to get our eyes on some deer. So I got like the junkiest, cheapest pair of binoculars ever in my backpack. And those are gonna have to make do, because I don't have any extra spending money to buy anything fancy. So right now, just walking back. I'm actually walking over towards kind of the field that Adam shot his buck on a couple years ago. I just don't know how far down into the soybeans I'll actually be able to see. So I might have to do a little more walking than I anticipated, but this is what I'm looking at. Tons of soybeans back here. Just gotta find where the deer are. Alright guys, well, I might have just got spotted trying to walk in here. I think that there's a doe or a little fawn or something up here in front of me. I'm not really sure, but I'm just gonna try to find a little spot in these soybeans and sit down. I really hope that I don't bust a deer out of here. So I'm just gonna try to stay low. Hopefully I can get them on video. It's a beautiful night. Yeah, whatever deer that is right here. I just saw it looking at me. I don't know if it's a doe or a buck. I have no idea. Let me grab this other camera. Alright guys, I just spotted it, and it's actually a buck, but my SD card on the big camera just ran out, which is just not good. So I'm gonna switch the SD cards and I'll get you guys some videos of this deer. Hang tight. walking down this path, and I was just moving a little bit at a time, and I spotted that deer, and I thought it was a doe. And then I saw its antlers. There's actually 2 bucks, but I only could film the one. You might be able to see the tines of the other one sticking up over the soybeans, but they're still right out here in front of me somewhere, so I think I'm gonna try to sneak up, get a little bit closer, and see what we can get. Man, that was awesome. That actually got my heart pumping a little bit. So, unfortunately, I'm having to swap SD cards back and forth between these cameras, but so far so good. If I don't see any deer for the rest of the night, that was a huge success. This is my first time out this year, and to come out and lay eyes on a buck was pretty freaking cool. Just got my heart pumping a little bit. Man, that was awesome. Let's see if we can lay our eyes on another buck before the sun goes down. You know, I thought about moving and just keep walking up this road, but I don't want to spook those 2 bucks that I saw. So I've decided to just sit here and to just enjoy it. I think if I sit here long enough, I might have something come out from down this way. I really don't know. Everything's kind of just a toss-up, and I'm just taking my best guess here, but I really like this little strip of soybeans right in front of me. It's down here in this bottom. There's a creek down here. I've actually got stands set up at the other side of this field, and I think, come opening day, this would be a great spot to sit back, tucked back in those woods, up along these soybeans. I think it's a really good spot for big bucks because they can come out and eat their food, but they don't have to feel like they're being, exposed, like they're out in the open. It's a pretty small little strip that's just right down here on the bottom of this creek. And on this farm, I've just seen all the big bucks that I've seen have just been like tucked in, laying low, like on these super narrow little strips, like where there's trees in a creek. They're harder to find in the big hardwoods. It's almost like every buck that I've seen hides in like the broad daylight. As stupid as that might sound, I think it's true. So I'm just sitting here. I'm really just enjoying it, man. It's so peaceful. I haven't got out at all this year, and as soon as the late summer rolls around, you just start thinking about getting in the woods and just feeling the breeze and the cool air and throwing on a sweatshirt. So, I was watching a Chris B video today from him killing like a 200-inch buck during the rut, and it just got me fired up. Like, it's all that I wanted to do all day. I was sitting inside in a sweatshirt, trying to feel like I was getting cold. So I just thought, well, tonight I'll just grab the cameras and go outside and see what we can see. And we got to see 2 bucks, and that was pretty cool. We still might see something else. You never know. By the way, if you guys are watching this video and you haven't got yourself a Midwest Madness hat, leave us a comment, shoot us a DM, and pick one up for yourself today. They're pretty sweet. By the way, you guys, I found out the perfect thing to do while you're out here scouting for bucks in the early season. My girlfriend actually got it for me. It's the Hunter's Devotional by Steve Chapman. It's literally pocket sized. It will fit in your back pocket or in, your backpack, whatever. And you can bring it out here, scout for bucks, get a little devotional in while you're at it. And since you guys are already out here with me, there's no better time than to share with you a little bit about what my devotion was about today. So this devotion was talking about how in the modern days, like the society that we live in, we're so stuck on our social media devices and stuck on our cell phones and technology, which is kind of ironic because I'm holding a camera in my hand right now. But it's talking about how, like as a hunter, how many times we might have missed a shot on a trophy animal because we were trying to get the perfect shot with our cell phones or with our cameras or whatever. And what this devotional is saying is just reminding us to just look up, like disconnect from the world and just look up every now and then. And I think that that's super cool because we also need to look up, focus our eyes on Jesus and on God, and take our eyes off of some of the political matters in the world, some of the things that are going on around us that the news likes to portray and like try to use as a fear tactic, but instead just to focus our eyes heavenward and on Jesus and on God. And in doing that, we in return gain an eternal perspective of the world, and we're just able to see through a different lens, so to speak. So I'm going to share with you guys the prayer that it has in my devotional today. As I'm watching for a 200-inch buck to walk out, it says, God, right now, the signs of your coming that were written about in Luke are happening in our world. I don't want to be so immersed in the endless and often needless conversations and entertainment my handheld device offers that I would be spiritually slumped over and inattentive. Help me to be one who is looking up so that I can turn my eyes to the sky and see your glorious appearance in the heavens. I pray this for myself, my loved ones, and my friends as well. God, help us to look up. In the name of the coming Lord Jesus Christ, amen. That's some good stuff. That's some good stuff right there. I think that that's important for everybody to do. I think, the woods and just out in the outdoors is a perfect time to just look up, to look around at what God has created. And it's so beautiful. And He lets us share it with Him and to just exist in His creation. And He loves us that much. So I'm really enjoying this. This is peaceful. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Not a whole ton of action going on. But, I could have walked further this way, but I didn't want to spook any of those bugs that I saw. So I'm just hanging tight. Do a little devotional with me, and we'll get back out here. We'll get some more bugs on film for you guys, but I just kind of wanted to take you along with me. So we probably got about 15 more minutes of light, and we'll just hang out, sit tight, and then start hiking back to the house. It's so beautiful out here. One other thing that I get asked a lot is, what am I shooting with? What equipment am I using? So tonight, I have the Sony A7 Mark III that I'm taking videos of the deer on. And I have that with the 70 to 300 millimeter lens from Sony. And then in my hand, I've got the Sony FX3, and I've got a 16 to 35 millimeter lens on here. And that's primarily what we're using. We use some other cameras. I know Isaac uses a Canon. Not quite sure what his Canon camera is, but we primarily use Sony. We've got the Rode Video Pro mic on top. Still looking for some good wireless mics. I've tried multiple different wireless mics and haven't really been pleased with many of them. So that's the setup that I'm rocking with. I would recommend using Sony if you're trying to get into video. Just get a little Sony like A6300. It'll shoot 120 frames a second, and then get yourself a GoPro, set it up behind you, and you're gonna make some awesome videos. I also have the DJI Mavic Pro 2, I think. I love that little drone. I'll get that thing up for some future videos, but that's pretty much my setup that I'm using every time that I come out to film Midwest Madness video. And when I go out to Montana and whatever, that's pretty much what I'm using. So hopefully that answers the question for some of you guys surrounding the type of equipment that we use. Alright guys, well, we have officially lost shooting light for my cameras. I got the ISO jacked up on this bad boy right now, but it was a super fun night just to get out here, relax, do a little devotional, get some good videos of some bucks. Hopefully they turn out good. I'm just super excited to get back out here again, so hopefully next time we get a 200-inch whitetail on there. But this time it was just great. Just great to get back out here again, get excited about the up-and-coming bow season, to where we can start chasing these Kentucky whitetails again. And so I appreciate you guys coming along with me for this little vlog. Wasn't anything crazy, but good to get back in the saddle. I got to start cranking out some more content for you guys. Isaac's been pulling all the weight up in Montana, so we're going to have a little competition. See who can make the best vlog. So anyways, yeah, make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button, smash that post notifications bell so you never miss out on another Midwest Madness video. Get yourself a hat, send us a DM, drop us a comment, we'll get one over to you guys, no problem. And that way you can rep us on your hunts and your videos or whatever you'd like to do. But thanks for joining me today. We'll catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.